Hey everybody, Chris Steele here at Steel Frags. Tonight we are discussing. Let me look at this again. I don't want to butcher the name any more than what I'm getting ready to do. Attar, Mubakhar, Mubakhar, something like that, by Swiss Arabian. This is a CPO, which is a concentrated perfume oil. But before we get into this little fragrance, help me help you make the world a better smelling place. And the way we do that is by liking, subscribing, and commenting, sharing our experiences with all these different fragrances so that we can make the world a better smelling place. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, this is a CPO. So, if you haven't seen my other videos on some of my oils, this one works just the same. I do have some rollers that I will be reviewing on the channel, but currently I've been reviewing these Attar oils with an applicator like that. So it's a glass stem, comes on the end of the cap. You open it up, it's right there. You applicate, just rub some on your wrists, screw it back on nice and tidy so you don't waste your good oil. And then you rub it everywhere so you get the scent. So this is probably my favorite oil out of all of my oils, just to preface anything. And the reason why is because it's extremely versatile, but it's very unique and it smells awesome. It smells wonderful. So let's get into the notes real quick. Now, I don't know if these notes reflect what I smell, but these are the notes that are currently on Fragrantica about this fragrance. So it is a unisex CPO fragrance. The top notes are bergamot and Brazilian mandarin. The middle notes are allibanum, patchouli, rose, and jasmine. The base notes are oud, sandalwood, and vanilla. So, a lot of these notes I do not. I think there are some phantom notes or something like that in there that don't have on Fragrantica, because I really don't get a whole lot of patchouli. I don't really get a whole lot of rose. I don't get any oud. Sandalwood and vanilla, I do get some of that and a little bit of jasmine, but it's not really prevalent. There's some slight bergamot, but I'm getting amber, a resinous smoky amber. So it's probably from the allibanum, but it's a resinous smoky amber with sandalwood and vanilla. That's what I'm getting. Now, you might have a different nose than me. We're not, all noses weren't created equal. We all smell different things. That's what makes this hobby so beautiful and unique. It's because everybody has their own take. But I'm just telling you from my nose. The wisdom of my nose tells me that most of these notes on Fragrantica are full of shit. So let's get that out of the way. So you get a smoky, resinous, ambery vanilla, but it's not like a sweet vanilla. It's more like a dry natural vanilla, as like a vanilla, almost like that vanilla extract that you put in your sweet potato pie recipe, or if you bake or anything like that, you know, the little vanilla extract. It's like that, but there is this smokiness, and it's almost like, the best way I can describe it, it has almost the same kind of smokiness as a Ventus. It has that birchy, almost inky smokiness, but it smells really good, especially with the amber and the vanilla. So I'm going to just get right into it. Okay, so the way this bad boy performs is CPOs in general do not project very far out, but they do last very long, meaning that you're going to put this on, and this one in particular, performance-wise, is going to give you about 6 to 8 hours solid, just solid performance. You're going to smell it all the way through. As far as projection, it's going to be a very intimate projection, maybe half a foot to a foot. As far as sillage, this is really good. Most oils are very good with sillage because they stick to the body. So every time you move, you will leave a scent trail. It will not be a huge scent trail, but people close to you will be able to smell you. All right. So uses. Now with oils, I like to be very creative because I have lots of fragrances. The only way I would really wear oil by itself is if I didn't want to offend someone or if the oil is really strong, like the other oil that I reviewed on my channel, Rasha. I try not to layer that one too much because that one's very, very strong, projects very loud. But something like this, I find very useful, versatile for layering. I generally layer this with some of my sweeter fragrances to give it a little more masculinity. The smoky amberiness kind of gives it a little bit of a masculine edge while not taking away from anything from the sweet, fresh smells that I do like. Nonetheless, this is a beautiful fragrance all in itself. Seasons, this is a 4 season fragrance. You can wear this summer, you can wear this in the winter, you can wear this in the fall, spring, whatever. Um, and it's because the scent profiles it's very unique, but at the same time it is I would go as far as to say it's mass appealing, especially for those of us who are into the Middle Eastern fragrances. Now that being said, it's not a super duper spicy or oody or anything like that. It just has the Middle Eastern flair when it comes to the amber. Because Western amber tends to be generally very, very super duper fresh and super sweet. The amber I find in most Middle Eastern fragrances, to my nose, I'm not the expert. I don't claim to be. YouTube is a big, big, big place. It's a big world. So, don't come at me. And if you do, do it respectfully. But anyway, my take on Middle Eastern amber is that generally it has more of the resin smell than it does this fictitious like sweet kind of amber. Don't get me wrong, I love sweet fresh amber, but generally Middle Eastern fragrances, their ambers tend to be more on the woodier, resinous, darker side, which is okay. Either one is okay. Everybody can live. Everybody can eat. It's okay. So, um, as far as occasions, I would say that you could wear this on a lot of different occasions. It's very, very versatile. So it will work for casual encounters. It could work for date night, especially date night, because if you're in an intimate setting where you're sitting very close to her or your partner or whatever you're into, or she gives you a hug, that she's definitely gonna smell this and she's gonna think about it, because this is one of those kinds of fragrances. This is not the type of fragrance where she's gonna smell it and go, I think I've smelled something like that before. My ex-boyfriend used to wear it. She's not gonna think that. It's gonna be like, what is that? And why does it smell so good to me? That's what she's gonna think. I've gotten tons of compliments. I remember the first compliment I got off this fragrance. When I first got it, I thought, why did I get this? I did not like it. To me, it seemed weak. This was after I had bought Rasha. Rasha was like one of my first oils, but I bought this afterwards and Rasha being one of my only like entrance level oils. And it's such a beast that I thought all the oils were just going to be like beasting out of control. So I'm like, what is this? Why did I get this? So I got this, and it actually came with some really cool samples. It came with some Bakor, or Bakhor. I don't know how to do the Arabic thing with my tongue, but it came with these incense. And maybe later in the future, I'll share some of that with you guys. But you guys, we're just mainly gonna work on these fragrances. But anyway, um, got this. Wasn't was a little disappointed. And one day I was taking out the mailbox. I was taking out. Yes, I was taking out the mailbox. I was I was going to the mailbox. You don't take out the mailbox. You take out the garbage. If you take out the mailbox, there's a possibility that you will be committing a federal offense. So I walked to my mailbox, and my neighbor at the time was this older lady. And generally, I wear fragrances all the time. So generally, she doesn't really say anything about my fragrances. So I have this on as almost like a test. I'm like testing it to see if I smell anything, how it performs. And I was getting little wafts of it. And I was like, this is kind of cool. This is kind of nice. So, I'm nonchalantly checking through my mail, looking at bills and stuff like that, wishing I didn't open up my mailbox. And she was walking her dog and she walked past me. And then I kind of greeted her and she greeted me and she goes, "Wow, you smell really good today." And this lady, she's very old school. So, she doesn't really, she's friendly, but she's not really talkative or anything. She's a much older lady. And that was the last thing I thought I'd hear from her. I was like, "Oh, wow, well, thank you." I was thinking, like, you mean all the other times when I had on, like, all these other nice fragrances, you couldn't have said anything? I put this on. And it didn't stop there. Every time I've worn this and somebody's gotten kind of close to me or walked past me, generally they either say it directly, like, "Oh wow, you smell really good," or they do the whole like, "Oh, somebody smells good," or "Something smells good." So I'm just letting you know that this works if you can find it. Now, I had got this on Amazon a few years ago. I don't know if it's still on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure if you went on the Swiss Arabian website, you might be able to get this. I got this for about 25. I would say don't pay any more than like $40 for it, but it's worth the $25 to $30 you're gonna pay for it. It's a really nice fragrance. Does really great with layering. I like layering this with my Club de Nuit Man Intense, which is an Aventus clone. I have not reviewed that one on my channel, mainly because that's the one that everybody has reviewed and everybody continues to review, and it's just Club de Nuit Man Intense Parfum, Club de Nuit Man Intense Extrait, Club de Nuit Man Intense Car Freshener, Club de Nuit Man Intense Ball Deodorant. It's just Club de Nuit Man Intense all over. So I have not reviewed that one. That one's kind of special to me because that was the one that got me into fragrances. And I had the EDT, the original. So I will be reviewing that one, but just be patient. You know, don't hurt me. It's all good. We're still cool. I will review it, just not at this time. Anyway, Swiss Arabian Mubakhar Attar Mubakhar Swiss Arabian. So if you see this on Amazon, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me on the channel. I want to thank all the new subscribers as well as the returning subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you for liking the videos and being active in the comments. I love talking to you guys. So, you know what it is, man. Have a blessed night, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.